Welcome. Let's talk about something that might just surprise you. That healthy drink routine you have, it could actually be doing more harm than good. Yeah, we're going to dive deep into the hidden risks of a super common vitamin, B6. So let me ask you this straight up. Are you getting too much of a good thing? I mean, so many of us grab those supplements, energy drinks, and electrolyte powders, all to try and boost our health, right? But what if, in that quest to be healthier, we're accidentally overdoing it?
You can't miss them, right? The shelves are just packed with these things. Energy drinks, electrolyte powders, they all promise the world. Better hydration, more energy, peak performance. But here's the kicker. A really common, totally innocent-looking ingredient in a lot of them might be causing some pretty serious problems.
All right, so what is this hidden risk? What's really lurking behind the flashy labels on these drinks?
Okay, the ingredient we're talking about is vitamin B6. And look, before you panic, B6 is essential. We absolutely need it for our nerves and our immune system to work right. But, and this is a big but, there's a tipping point. Get too much, and you can end up with something called B6 toxicity.
And this isn't just some textbook theory. This is actually happening to people right now. Let's dig into it.
So, get this. There's the story about a 36-year-old woman in Colorado. She starts getting these really scary symptoms. We're talking vertigo, heart palpitations, the whole deal. It eventually got so bad she was diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy, which is just another way of saying nerve damage. And the cause? You guessed it, it was traced back to her daily electrolyte drink habit.
And we're not talking about a little headache here. The symptoms of this condition are really serious. Things like tingling or just straight-up numbness in your hands and feet, muscle weakness, even being super sensitive to light, feeling nauseous, getting heartburn. This is no joke. And that woman, she's not alone, not by a long shot. If you look at the data from the National Poison Data System, you see a really clear trend. Reported cases of B6 toxicity have jumped by about 40% in just a decade. So yeah, this is a real issue, and it's growing.
So you're probably wondering, how can a vitamin, something our body literally needs, cause such a huge problem? Well, to get that, we need to understand a little bit about vitamin B6 itself. Okay, so at its most basic, vitamin B6 is a nutrient we have to have. It's also water-soluble. All that really means your body doesn't store it up. If you have extra, you just pee it out. And that's exactly why getting to toxic levels is pretty hard. You'd have to be taking in crazy high amounts over a long period of time.
Now, this really puts it into perspective. Look at this. What you actually need every day is tiny, just 1.3 milligrams. But the upper limit, the point where things start to get risky, is 100 milligrams. I mean, that is a massive, massive difference.
And here's the most important takeaway, really. You are not going to get B6 toxicity from eating food. It's basically impossible to eat enough chickpeas and fish to get there. The danger, almost every single time, comes from high-dose supplements and those fortified products where they've packed in huge concentrated amounts.
So that begs the question, right? How on earth does somebody accidentally get over 100 milligrams a day? Well, it happens because of something called stacking.
Just picture a pretty normal, health-conscious day. Maybe you take a multivitamin in the morning. Then you hit that 3 p.m. wall and grab an energy drink. After work, you hit the gym and mix up an electrolyte powder. See where this is going? Each one of those has B6. You're not just having one, you're stacking them, one on top of the other.
And that is where the real risk is. A single drink by itself, probably not a big deal. But it's the total dose, the cumulative effect of all these things added up day in and day out that can just sneakily push you over that safe line without you even realizing it.
Okay, so knowing all this, what can you actually do? How do you stay safe and avoid this problem?
It's actually pretty simple. It boils down to 3 common sense steps. 1. Become a label reader. Seriously, check the B6 content on everything. 2. Question your routine. Ask yourself if you really need all this stuff. Remember, most of us get plenty of B6 from our diet alone. And 3, and this is a big one, talk to a pro. Chat with your doctor or a registered dietitian before you start any new supplement routine. And, experts are saying the same thing. This is a great quote from dietitian Sarah Ream, who basically says, look, not everyone needs an electrolyte drink every day. For most of us, they're just adding a bunch of stuff our bodies don't necessarily need. And vitamin D6, it's a prime example of that. So, we'll leave you with this to think about. We've pulled back the curtain on the hidden risk of vitamin B6 today, but it kind of makes you wonder, right? What else is hiding in plain sight in our daily routines? It's just a really good reminder to stay curious, to read the labels, and to always ask yourself, is more really better?